Sarah Mitchell sat alone at the upscale wine bar, her elegant black dress drawing admiring glances she chose to ignore. At 42, she had learned to navigate these spaces with quiet confidence. Her business meeting had ended an hour ago, but she stayed to unwind, savoring a moment of peace before heading home. The man appeared beside her, without invitation. Mid-50s, expensive suit, wedding ring catching the light. He leaned against the bar closer than necessary. "Beautiful woman like you shouldn't be drinking alone," he said, his voice carrying that presumptuous tone she'd heard 1,000 times. Sarah smiled politely. "I'm actually waiting for someone." "Sure you are," he signaled the bartender. "Let me buy you a drink while you wait." "No, thank you." Her voice was firmer now. He didn't move. Instead, he settled onto the stool beside her, launching into stories about his law practice, his vacation home, his vintage car collection. Each polite dismissal Sarah offered seemed to encourage him further. Across the bar, Daniel Cooper noticed the woman's discomfort. At 38, the architect had developed a radar for situations like this. He'd seen it happen to colleagues, to friends. The way her shoulders had tensed, how she angled away while the man leaned closer. Daniel thought of his daughter Emma. Only 8 now, but someday she'd be out in the world. He'd want someone to step in if she ever needed help. He stood, straightened his white shirt, and walked over with purpose. "Sarah, I'm so sorry I'm late." Daniel's warm voice cut through the one-sided conversation. He placed a gentle hand on her shoulder, his eyes meeting hers with question. "Trust me?" Sarah's breath caught. The stranger had kind eyes and an apologetic smile. In that split second, she made her choice. "Daniel, there you are." Relief flooded her voice. "I was starting to worry." The persistent man looked between them, irritation flickering across his face. "Oh, this is your date?" "My fiancée, actually," Daniel said smoothly, though his heart hammered. He'd never been good at deception, but something about this moment felt necessary. Weddings in October. Sarah held up her right hand, sliding a cocktail ring to her left finger. "We're still arguing about the venue." The man's expression soured. He muttered something about wasting his time and retreated to the other end of the bar. Daniel slid onto the vacated stool, maintaining a respectful distance. "I hope I didn't overstep. You looked uncomfortable." "You saved me from 15 more minutes of hearing about his boat." Sarah laughed, the tension draining from her shoulders. "Thank you. Truly. I have an 8-year-old daughter. I keep thinking about the world she's growing up in." Daniel's voice softened. "I'd hope someone would do the same for her." Something in his sincerity touched Sarah. "What's her name?" "Emma. She's my whole world." His face lit up. "Her mother passed away 3 years ago. It's been just us since then." "I'm sorry." Sarah's professional mask slipped, revealing genuine compassion. "That must be incredibly hard." They talked as the evening deepened around them. Daniel spoke of Emma's love for drawing buildings, how she wanted to design castles. Sarah shared carefully edited pieces of her life, omitting that she ran a tech company with 400 employees. "I was in a meeting nearby," she offered instead. "Sometimes it's nice to sit somewhere quiet afterwards." Daniel understood quiet. He understood the weight of responsibility, the loneliness of single parenthood, the rare gift of adult conversation that didn't revolve around school projects or bedtime routines. An hour passed like minutes. The bartender refilled their drinks unbidden, sensing they'd forgotten the world beyond their conversation. "I should go," Daniel finally said, checking his watch. "Emma's with my mother, but I don't like being away too long." "Of course." Sarah felt an unexpected reluctance to see him leave. He hesitated, then pulled out his phone. "I know this is forward, but could I have your number? I'd like to buy you an actual thank you coffee for being such a good sport about the fake engagement." Sarah smiled, a genuine warmth spreading through her chest. She recited her personal number, not the business line. "I'd like that." 3 days later, they met at a quiet cafe. Then a week after that, dinner at a family restaurant where Daniel brought Emma. The girl charmed Sarah immediately with her gap-toothed smile and endless questions. Their connection deepened naturally, built on honesty and respect. Daniel loved Sarah's quick mind and generous spirit. Sarah admired his patience and devotion to his daughter. 2 months into dating, Daniel still didn't know what Sarah did for a living. She'd mentioned working in technology, managing teams. He assumed she was a project manager or department head. It never seemed important enough to press. Then came the company holiday party. Sarah had debated telling him beforehand, but worried it might change things between them. Better he saw for himself who she really was. Daniel arrived at the elegant downtown hotel, searching the ballroom for Sarah. A colleague from his firm approached, surprised. "Daniel, what are you doing at the Mitchell Tech holiday party?" "I'm here with Sarah," he said absently, still scanning the crowd. His colleague's eyebrows shot up. "You're dating Sarah Mitchell?" Before Daniel could ask what he meant, the room's attention shifted. Sarah appeared at the top of the grand staircase, breathtaking in an emerald gown. Someone clinked a glass, and the CEO of Mitchell Technology began her annual address. Daniel stood frozen as the woman he'd been dating thanked her team for another record-breaking year, announced bonuses and promotions, spoke with authority about innovation and integrity. When she finished, applause filled the ballroom. Sarah descended the stairs, her eyes finding Daniel's across the room. She walked toward him, vulnerable beneath her confident exterior. "Surprise," she said quietly. Daniel laughed, shaking his head in amazement. "You're full of them, aren't you? Are you angry I didn't tell you?" He considered the woman before him, the same person who played board games with Emma, who'd listened patiently to his work frustrations, who'd cried watching a sentimental movie on his couch. "I fell for the woman who orders hot chocolate instead of coffee and knows every word of 80 songs," Daniel said softly. "The CEO thing is just what you do. It's not who you are." Sarah's eyes glistened. In her world of networking and negotiations, genuine connection was precious and rare. "That night at the bar," she whispered, "you saw someone who needed help, not a business opportunity or a status symbol, just a person." "You are a person," Daniel said, "a remarkable one." 6 months later, Daniel proposed properly, with Emma's enthusiastic approval. They married in October, as his improvised story had predicted, surrounded by family and friends from both their worlds. Sarah never forgot that a stranger's kindness, offered without expectation or knowledge of who she was, had led her to love she'd stopped believing existed. And Daniel taught Emma that true character shows in small moments, when nobody's watching, when there's nothing to gain but the knowledge you've done what's right. If this story touched your heart, please share, and subscribe for more tales of unexpected kindness. Leave a comment about a time someone helped you when you needed it most.